I'm Riley. I'm with the Indiana State Police. I'm the Public Information Officer from the Lafayette Post.
Steve Mullen, Delphi Police Department, Chief of Police.
Topaz, I'm the Carroll County Sheriff.
Basically, we're going to make this, it's going to be short and sweet. We don't have that much at this point in time. Basically, what we've got, we have found two bodies. Is that the Sugar Creek?
Deer Creek.
Deer Creek, sorry. In Deer Creek, about a mile east of town. We are investigating this as a crime scene. We suspect foul play. We have not made positive identification of the two bodies, so we're not going to be releasing any information on them at this point in time. We've got the Indiana State Police is assisting the Carroll County Sheriffs Department and the Delphi City Police Department in the investigation here. We also have the FBI Crime Scene Investigation Group here out of Indianapolis. And one thing the family asked us to do is to thank all the communities around Delphi and the people here in Delphi for assisting in attempting to locate these the two young children that were missing earlier. They just wanted to say thank you to those people, and thank you. They were just wanted to express their gratitude toward the hard work that was done in helping search for these children.
Has the search been called off for these two teenagers?
Not officially, because we have not positively identified the bodies at this point in time.
Do you have people still searching the woods and creeks and fields?
We still have, there's still people out looking, but it has been scaled back. I mean, just put it that way.
Are the bodies of the two individuals recovered, are those of young female children?
I'm not at liberty to give that information out as of this time.
Who found them?
I'm not going to say at this point in time.
Why do you believe that there is foul play?
Just the way the bodies were found. That's about all I can say at this point in time.
Were they in the water?
They were on the edge of the water, from what I understand. That's about the best I can tell you.
Any outside injuries?
I'm not going to make a comment on that at this time.
What time were they found?
That I'm not sure. 12:15?
12:15.
About 12:15 this afternoon.
Are there any either suspects or persons of interest being questioned at this time?
We have not gotten that far into the investigation, so I cannot comment one way or the other.
Sheriff, you are from this community. Talk about the toll this search and this apparent recovery has taken on your county.
It's been a long several hours. It's played tremendously on the emotions of the community, but the plus is, the positive is the outreach of love and support for the families involved. And I think that's been fantastic. It speaks highly of our community.
You've talked to the families. There's been no identification, but we could hear that this was a sad meeting you had.
There is some sadness, yes.
How long do you think it's going to take, of what you know so far, how long do you think it's going to take to positively identify these two?
I can't speak for the coroner. He's the one that will take care of that part. That's not something I can give you that information at this point in time.
How far down was it from the bridge? Downstream?
Probably more than a mile, or less than a mile, rather.
I'm going to say somewhere between half and 3/4 of a mile, I'm guessing. The road curves back in there, so it's really hard to tell as the crow flies how far it is, but I'm going to guess about a half to 3/4 of a mile back there.
It wasn't that far from where the search started. You mentioned hours of searching, hundreds of people. So were they not in plain sight in that area, that it would have taken a long time for you guys to find them?
We really don't want to comment on that at this point in time.
Are there any
We don't really want to put out too much information at this point in time. Something I will do, if you follow me on Twitter, I'm going to probably put tweets out approximately every hour on updates. It may be as much as that I'm just going to say we have nothing new at this time, but I will try to do that for at least the next 4 to 6 hours.
How do you suspect? Do do you presume that these are the two people you were looking for?
I really can't comment on that at this point in time.
Were there any visible injuries or other signs of trauma to the bodies that were discovered?
We're not gonna make any comment on that either. I know we're not giving you much, I understand that, but I mean, we're at the baby stages of this case. At this point in time, I cannot release really much more information. As soon as I can, I will be more than happy to put stuff out.
Who's the lead investigator?
Carroll County is actually the lead.
Sheriff's Office.
Is it fair to say the search has been drastically scaled back?
Correct, I will say that, yes.
Sheriff, are you classifying this as a homicide investigation at this stage?
It's a death investigation with unknown sources.
Chief, you have not said anything that this is your town. Talk about the impact this has had on your town.
It's had a terrible impact on our community. The people who participated in the search, the people who have participated in all the efforts to try to find the victims in this case are very much appreciated. But I know that it's had a terrible effect on our people, and we are grieved that this sort of thing would happen here in our community. I am pleased to see the community come out and help us the way that they have. I'm very pleased to be part of a community that has done everything they have done to help us out in this case.
Going forward, you're gonna do everything, obviously you can find out who was involved in this, and then earlier when we talked, pretty much all the law enforcement's been holding back tears because these young girls and families, and the whole search is really taking a toll on you, so are you gonna do everything, exhaust every option, just like you did in the search, to find out who was involved in this?
Yes.
Anything to say to the community?
Huge thank you.
Yes, thank you for all their help.
Should people in the community be afraid right now, based upon what you've seen and you know?
I think people are smart enough in our community to draw their own conclusions about what they should feel and shouldn't feel. Our people are very smart. We have a very good community, and they are very strong. And they are able to draw their own conclusions about this whole situation, I think, quite successfully. Thank you for the question.
Because, and the reason I ask is I hear the words foul play suspected. And people might be wondering if there's somebody running around this community preying on people that they need to be afraid of.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Should they be?
I do. I think people are able to draw their own conclusions about this situation, and they are smart enough to figure out that what the situation warrants them to think. So that's all we have to say about that.
And you said you scaled back the search completely, so the hundreds of people, even they were coming up a little bit ago, can I offer my help? Can I get back out there? At this point, you guys not want more people heading out in that area? What's the advice for people who do want to be involved in the search?
They can continue to help in the way we need the assistance at. I am not at the scene, and I'm not aware of what's going on out there at this point in time, so I can't really say what we're going to use them for. We may be just telling them we thank you for your help, and we may just be sending them back. So, you know, again, it's we believe what, you know, you believe what you can, and then we got to go with the truth that we have. So that's what we're working at.
One final thing, you started off with a statement about finding the bodies, you said Shrewsbury. Can you say that over again with the right creek in it?
Oh,
Deer Creek.
the bodies were found in the Deer Creek area, just east of town, about a mile from the 3/4 to a mile east of the, what is that? The
Freedom Bridge.
Freedom Bridge. I know I didn't help you much there, but
It's not from Freedom Bridge or the Monon
High Bridge.
High Bridge?
I'm not sure which bridges.
They're two separate bridges.
I know, so
Yeah.
which?
Freedom Bridge is on on the Heartland,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Yeah.
High Bridge is
It's-
the bridge
it's
that's farther
back-
up that used to be the
yeah.
railroad
So how
bridge.
far from High Bridge? I think that was the last known location.
Within probably 3/4 of a mile or so.
Okay, and how close were they to the area where they were supposed to be picked up by their relatives?
Within that 3/4 of a mile, so.
Okay.
Is that with the flow of the creek or against the flow?
It would be upstream.
Upstream.
Upstream, against the flow of the creek.